All right, welcome in everyone. We'll go ahead and get started with Kareem.
You're on mute,
Hey,
Green.
whoops, I'm unmuted. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Not sure what else you can say about Russ, but it seemed like he was having a kind of quiet night and just kind of flipped the switch in the last about 2:30. What kind of kicked in at that moment?
Winning time. Guy's a big time player, big time moments. He's been through a lot of them and had a lot of success through them. One thing I'm not worried the last minutes of games with him. He makes plays. He got a big rebound, got some big buckets. But give them credit. They were aggressive throughout the game. They started that third quarter. We couldn't get a stop, but we made enough plays in that fourth quarter to get the win. So that's all that counts.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Chase.
Scott, 8 straight games. This is the longest win streak the franchise has had in 20 years, and you're one away from tying the franchise record. Just what is your reaction to that you guys are playing so well that you're making history?
Well, we're playing together. We're playing hard and for one another. And that's usually, if you got the talent, that's usually a pretty good recipe for success. And that's what we've been doing. I've been saying it, we have enough guys healthy to get on a little consistent schedule. And I think that's helped. Obviously we've had some fortunate plays down the stretch of some of these games, but that's what winning players do. And it starts with Brad and Russell, and everybody follows. When you have your two best players committed and locked in, you have the best chance of having success. And we got some players out, but we got some players who are gaining some experience, and I thought they've had some experience throughout the year, kind of helped them this time around. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously eight games in a row is good. I don't know if I would have expected it, a while back, but we've been playing pretty good basketball since that road trip.
And Brad obviously, scored really well against Lou Dort, and then tonight he was face guarded, double teamed. Is he kind of back into that groove where he can counter pretty much any defense a team throws at him?
Well, he's seen it all. I mean, last year he didn't have another high level player on the court, so he's seen triple teams last year. He doesn't see it as much now. When DB's knocking shots down, when Russell's on the floor, our bigs, they're unsung heroes, and they play the right way, and they make timely plays, but their screen setting is really high level. And Gaff is, for a young player, he's getting pretty good at that. I know our coaches are teaching him some of the things, but he came in pretty good. They've taught him some good things, growing up. But I love the way our big set screens. They can read things, and Russell makes good passes on time. And Brad's obviously is great at setting up, and that's gotten so much better over the last 5 years. He's impossible to stop. I mean, he's not going to make every shot, and he's going to have off games, but there's a lot of times when when he misses a shot, it's because he missed it. It's not because of the defense.
Fred.
Hey, Scott. Speaking of Brad, do you know what happened with him on that play near the very end in the layup?
Nah, I think I don't know this, but one of our coaches said he might have kicked himself. So I don't know. I haven't looked at it, but he was walking fine coming in after. But we hope for the best. We had few guys get banged up tonight, and don't know what Rui's situation is tomorrow, but. Like always, I'll check in with our guys after the game, our performance staff, and then see how they feel tomorrow, and then make some decisions that's best for all of our players.
And similarly, do you know what happened with Robin?
Yeah, I think they had an extra coat of paint, and he tripped over it. The key, they recoated the key red. No, he's fine. He's tough and he loves to play. That's what I love about Rolo. He loves to play. I've been cut from for a lot of reasons, and a lot of them are for because their teams had our guys were more talented, but a lot of times they were big, and some of those big guys don't really like to play. But we got three bigs that love to play, and I like that about them all. But Rolo, he's fun to coach, and he has a great sense of humor. And he 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 said one time during the game something happened. I said, "You got pushed around." He said, "Yeah, you can tell I don't lift much weights." And you're looking at his biceps. I have to agree with him.
And Scott, you were always very positive with us, independent of what your guys' record was. Did you feel like there was ever a point where you had to be overly positive to keep spirits up so that you could get to a streak like this, or did you feel like the locker room was kind of always where you wanted it in that respect?
No, I mean, it was, trust me, when we were, I think I don't know exact. I think we were 15 under 500. And I think we lost 3 or 4 in a row, and some of them weren't close. And I know we had a lot of things going on, and we had a lot of firepower that wasn't playing. The art of coaching with myself and all of our coaches to keep our guys engaged and locked in. We got a good group of guys. That helps. If we had a bunch of bunch of not very nice guys, it wouldn't be the same. But we got guys that they want to do well and they want to play well and they care, and that happens. But there's no question this season has been a mental test for all of us. I had to deal with things I've never ever thought I would have to deal with as a coach, just from a coaching standpoint, from a personal life standpoint. I mean, it's not easy being away from people that you care about, and our players feel the same way, but we all are. I mean, we're even away from you guys, I feel horrible about that.
Matt,
I don't get to listen to you guys laugh at my bad sense of humor.
Oh, you can see us smiling over Zoom. Scott, I'm just curious, with this being the longest win streak in 20 years, I mean, when you look back at what you were doing 20 years ago, just where kind of were you? I think you were a player coach in the ABA. Is that right? Or what were you kind of doing 20 years
20
ago?
years ago, so 2001, I think I was in the ABA. Dang, is it that funny?
No, I don't think.
I think I was doing a little bit of player coaching with Paul Westhead, and until he had his first training camp practice, and it was like a track meet. And I said, I don't know about the playing part. I just want to get into coaching. And I faked the hamstring injury, and I coached the rest of the year because that offense he has, that's for young kids. And I was a retired NBA player at that time. But yeah, it's been a while. Eight is not enough. We want to keep going. We got a tough game tomorrow night against San Antonio, but 8 wins is great, but we want to keep it going. It's not going to be easy, but we live to keep the streak going for one more night.
Thank you.
all right, guys. Daniel,
You guys don't know that 8 is enough reference for you young guys.
Completely went over my head.
Yeah.
Daniel Gafford's ready in the secondary room, so we'll go ahead and wrap Coach up.
All right, you guys, see ya.
Thanks, Coach.